Well, how have the budget cuts affected you here at Southeastern in general?
Well, I know I think in an effort to not cut the art department because, well, it's a good thing they didn't cut the art department because, I'm an art major.
Right.
But recently, like a semester or two ago, we merged with, there was the, performing arts department, like theater classes and music and stuff like that, and then we have the fine arts program with all the sculpture, painting, graphic design stuff. So we recently merged the two departments, so we're all under one department head now, and that makes us one of the biggest departments on campus since we combined them. So
Right.
that really saved us from, detrimental losses. So, but even that, I feel like that merge hasn't really caused a lot of change in the art department. I haven't really, with the exception of having a new department head that we never see because he's over at Pottle.
Mm.
So, other than that, I don't really know. I'm not sure how the budget cuts have affected me personally, other than that.
Has there been any like cutbacks within the department, changes within of faculty, or have there had to be any layoffs or anything like that?
I'm not sure about layoffs. I know we've had a few teachers leaving over the past few semesters, since I've been here. We've gone through a couple. I know two of them actually all of them just moved on to different schools, so it could have been, they were offering higher pay, or I don't think that they were laid off, but I don't know the details.
Right.
I know at least two of them left of their own,
Excuse me. I wanted to ask you about parking. How do you feel about parking on campus? Are you able to find spots easily, stuff like that?
Well, I live in the dorms and over there, so I don't really have to worry about all the commuter parking spots, which
Right.
I can see that it's a problem. But even in the dorm parking lots, it's kind of an issue. We have this parking lot that's in between in between four dorms,
Mm-hmm.
for all four of those. So, that fills up pretty quick, and then we have one, there's an overflow lot over that way, where there's always parking there. You just have to walk 5 minutes to get to your dorm. So, I can see the commuter, the commuter lots, fill up pretty quick. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
So you're an art major in graphic design, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Are you currently employed in that area, or do you intend to be employed in that area?
I'm working on campus as one of the office's graphic designers right now. So, I've held that job for 2 years almost. And then I had an internship in the field over the summer. And I guess since it's the only thing I know, I plan on being employed in it, hopefully. I don't plan on staying in the Hammond area too long after graduation. Maybe move somewhere bigger where there are more opportunities for me, because here, there's some in Baton Rouge, a few in New Orleans. If I were to stay here, I'd have to commute. But hopefully there are more opportunities elsewhere, because otherwise I don't know what I would do.
Out of the state, you mean?
Yeah, out of state, Florida or New York or
Wow.
somewhere. Yeah.
And you said you lived on campus?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, how long have you been living on campus, and how affordable is that whole housing situation?
I get a scholarship to come to Southeastern, and it comes with a, living in the dorm, like shared dorm. So, I think my first semester, I lived in the dorm, and like my roommate, I don't know, the first like 3 semesters my roommates like would never come to the dorm, so I pretty much had it to myself. And then my parents live like 15 minutes away from here, so after a while I was just like, oh, whatever, I don't like living in this place by myself, so I went back to my parents for a semester, but then that was costing a lot of gas, so moved back. So pretty much my whole, college, I've had a dorm. It seems kind of expensive. Like, I'm glad I don't have to, like, if I didn't have a scholarship, I wouldn't be living in the dorms.
Right.
Just 'cause it's not worth it. Like, with my parents living so close, I would just stay there. Because with the purchase of, the dorm, which I'm not sure how much it is, but you have to pay for a meal plan also, like you have to have a meal plan if you're living in the dorms.
Right.
So that just tacks on to the upwards of $1,000. It's probably upwards of $2,000 per semester to live on campus.
Right.
I think in the shared dorms, because the meal plan is like $1,000. So I don't know. It's kind of seems kind of steep, but you don't have to like buy groceries or anything really, because you have your meals paid for.
Right.
So I guess I don't know how it compares to living, in an apartment that's close to campus. I'm not sure how those numbers